Welcome back to another one of my videos. Okay, so back on the 100-mile-an-hour lambretta. I've been out on it quite a few times and had a few little tests, and I've got some issues with it holding back and doing all sorts of strange things, and it turned out to be the spark plug. So we're going to do a little experiment with the spark plug today. Right, as you can see, I've been sort of getting sidetracked. I've been frantically working on my DL, trying to get this back together, because as soon as this is back together and running, then I can test my new airbox. But that is another story. This little story is about modifying my spark plug and dialing the spark plug in, whether that's going to make any difference. Seen it around on certain engines and bikes and stuff like that, actually marking up your spark plug and putting it into the position to get a better charge and a better flame. Or is it? No, we're going to face the spark towards the flow of gas, which in a two-stroke is coming in at the top of the cylinder from our transfer ports. So we're going to aim it in at the top and make sure it's not away or to the left or to the right. Anyway, all complicated. Let's go and have a look at a spark plug in a cylinder head, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. Right, this is a typical lambretta cylinder head, and as you can see, we've got a nice squish band here on this edge. Lambretta cylinder head, it sits about like that position, so your spark plug is there. But all our combustible gases are squashed into this area, and they come in mainly from the top, because your transfers push your fresh gases in at the top and exhaust gases go out towards the bottom. So our fresh mixture's coming in at the top. So that's where our spark plug is. But what we don't want to happen is for the earth strap on our spark plug to be obstructing and facing towards the back of the cylinder head. So then you've got this earth strap completely covering where your spark is. So that's not helping to get a good ignition. So what we want is for that spark plug to be facing this direction. Right, so here we are. So we're going to tighten this up. Let's get it on something solid. And that's exactly where we don't want it to be. So I've just nipped the plug there and it's facing the wrong direction. So let's take it out. And what we're going to do is we're going to mark up our plug in line there, and that line on our spark plug is exactly in line with our the opposite to the earth strap. So we face this towards the piston, and then we know we've got our spark going towards the piston, open towards the piston. So let's stick this back in, and then we can tighten it up. We might have to put some spacers on there to shim it out. Let's see. Can't afford to shim it too much, because that then affects the heat range of the plug, because you're removing it from the heat. So you're going to need a hotter plug as you remove it from the heat. Sorry, a cooler plug. Right, so we're around opposite, so that's it. Okay. Obviously I've crushed the washer a little bit on this plug now, so I might have to use a fresh one again when I fit it. But that's where it's going to be, with this part of the electrode facing out, and that's going to give us a much better combustion. Right, the next modification I'm going to do on this spark plug, to give us a little bit, open the spark up better to the mixture, so it can detonate the mixture better, is to file a point on the end of the earth strap. Therefore, the spark leaps from the edge of the electrode more or less inwards to the earth strap. This reduces the life of the spark plug, but while it is alive, you get better combustion. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to file. What I've done is put an old feeler gauge in here to protect the electrode first. Then we get file and file it both sides.
It's so beautiful.
Moving.
You and me, we're meant to be. Forever free.
Okay. Done. So what we've done is we've removed the square edge of the front of that and just filed both sides, so it's more, not an absolute point, but more pointed. This opens the spark more. The spark now jumps inwards towards the middle of this earth strap, and it gives us a bit better spark. It opens up more to the fuel mixture as it comes in. You're not shielding the spark, you've opened that spark up now, so it got more chance of detonating the fuel properly. Right, I've already got this plug set up now. I'm running 0.5 of a mil on my plug gap, because this engine's got really high compression, and under load your spark can go out. Even though this is running a good vape ignition system and the ignition system's perfect, I'm still needing to go down to 0.5 on my plug gap to get a really good spark and maintain that spark under load and under pressure. So sparks in spark plugs, they tend to go out under high pressure and high load, especially accelerating hard is when it's more liable, or uphill is more liable to have the spark fail. So it just can't jump the gap because there's so much pressure in the cylinder. So you have to reduce the gap, and then your spark can maintain its spark correctly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take the side panel off and fit this new plug in at the correct position. Right, that's our old plug out. New plug going in. Just so I put in like that. Now, would you believe it? It's not in the right places. All the way, got to go around more. No, that's not going to have it. We're going to have to take it back out. Okay, let's just get that on. I need a pair of pliers. Right, we've got another washer on here now, so that's going to give us more to crush and a little bit more give, and it will be in a different position. Now let's see if we get lucky, and this is going to be in the position we want. Okay, a tad more. That's quite tight now, but it's better than loose. So now at least our earth strap is behind the electrode, so therefore we're getting the spark opened up to the mixture, and we should now get better ignition system. Oh, let's fire it up, see what it's like, eh? I think that's a success. Right, thanks for watching. Anybody that's new to the channel, you have now been to the Steel Weasel channel, and welcome you are. Don't forget to come back, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.